Here we are with the Chevy Silverado. Now, this Silverado, like every 1500 size pickup truck, is available with a ton of different configurations and so many different options. There's 3 different engine options, V6 and 2 V8s. You can long bed, short bed, large cab, small cab, whatever. There's all kinds of configuration, all kinds of trim lines and all trim levels. But because this segment is so competitive and so hotly contested, that everyone tends to be pretty good. The Silverado got an Edmunds B rating last year, which means it's better than most, where the F-150 and the Dodge 1500 were also up there as well. Here we have a high country trim, which adds, different materials, different leathers, different wheels and stuff to make it look more premium. The real secret about these trucks is that they sell in high content trims like this a lot more than you would think. If you think America, or if you think full-size trucks are trucks, they're luxury vehicles when you get down to it, and it's evident by a lot of the stuff you see on here. That's not a bad thing. If you want a truck with a lot of nice features on it, heated seats and all that stuff, you have that. One other feature on here which is pretty cool, you open the door, that pops out to make it easier to step into. You shut it, it goes back in. Of course, there's all kinds of configurations on bed size and all that. We have 2 similar models which are parked next to each other here, so it's hard to show the differences. But let's take a look inside anyway. Inside the Silverado High Country, it's a pretty nice premium experience. You have leather seats, leather surfaces, it's nice material on the dash, which gives it an upscale feel. In the gauge cluster, you have a couple analog gauges and also this digital display here, which is nice because it shows you a bit more information that you can't see otherwise in the analog gauges. On the left here, you have your trailer brake control, your 4-wheel drive selector, and all that fun stuff. And then on the center, you have a ton of storage options. It's kind of what you would hope to find in a full-size pickup truck. But what's really crucial, what's really key, is that you have 2 USB ports, 2 12-volt power adapters, and a 3-prong plug. This is how you do power solutions in vehicles. With all the devices and stuff everyone's carrying around these days, this sort of surplus of power options is extremely helpful. Some other controls here, you have power adjust pedals, which is nice, and then dual zone climate control, and then Chevy's Infotainment Display, which is pretty fast. You can swipe it, you can use a lot of functions like a smartphone, and pretty much everything's going to be through here, from your navigation to your audio and controls and all that fun stuff as well. These also give you 4G LTE wireless. Pretty much every Chevy product these days has that, and also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is really nice if you just want to stay with the familiar operating system that you already have on your smartphone or tablet or so on. But this works pretty well too. And of course, how can you have a 1500 pickup without a sunroof? Very important stuff. And also, wireless charging. If you have a case on your phone that supports wireless charging, you can set it right here. So there's another way to charge a device as well. And tons of storage space back here. Let's take a seat in the back now. And there it is. Now there's a ton of space back here that would fit definitely for plus size adults, possibly a 5th person right here in the center. I have plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom behind the driver's seat here. What's a bummer is you don't have rear vents or rear air control. So it could get warm back here if you're driving through the heat, because there's not a ton of ventilation happening back here. But you have an additional power supply, which brings up the total 12-volt solutions to like 3, which is crazy and great. Other than that, it's comfortable and nicely equipped. And that's it for the interior of the Silverado. One last cool thing about the Silverado is how easy it is to drop the tailgate. Hands-free, isn't that nice? To read more about the 2016 Chevy Silverado, be sure to visit Edmunds.com.